So one cool thing about living in the hotel that we live in is that it's connected to a mall, and the mall has a movie theater inside. It's not the best movie theater, but it's a movie theater. Some shows play in English only for a week, and some play for longer. Just depends on the movie. And this is the movie theater. So after the movies, we'll show you how we get to our hotel room through the mall. We never have to leave outside. So that's been like the real benefit of living in this hotel, is that we can just throw on some sweats and some slippers and then grab something from the mall and go back. People do look at us a little strange when we do come in really relaxed in the winter. They're looking for our coats and why we have on flip flops or whatever we have on when we come to the mall. But we don't have to walk outside to get anywhere. So it's pretty cool. I will say when we first moved here, it was very convenient because Grace was only 4 months. So it made it very easy to get to things. Now, if she's getting older, it's not so convenient to live in a hotel, but still very grateful for the first half of it being very convenient and helpful, especially when I was dealing with postpartum. So this is one of the lightweight situations that we go through when we have to go through security, or when we talk about going through security here. You put your stuff through a conveyor belt and you go through the metal detector, but this one and this line isn't that bad. Sometimes it can be 3 or 4 times you have to go through something just to get somewhere. But anyway, we're about to show you how we get to our room from the mall. As soon as you go down these escalators, you're in the mall area. So enjoy. There are a bunch of food places. Um, this mall has a lot of different stores. They have mostly high-end stores at the bottom level, but they have a interesting food court. But they also have some decent restaurants. It's not as much variety as we would like, but it's still, again, very convenient to live in a hotel that's attached to a mall with the food court. So and here's Dairy Queen to the right. Um, that's about the only thing that we have in this mall that is familiar or that is from back home. Yeah, Grace was over her shoes at the movie theater, so we let her take them off. Again, we're attached to our hotel, so she's not going outside. She's going straight to our room. Most of these stores are unique to China. Like, we don't have them back in the States, but they do have a lot of our high-end stores, or high-end stores from different parts of the world in this mall, I should say, because a lot of that is European, actually. I love this store right here. It's very expensive, though. So as we walk past through the mall, over this little bridge down there, you can see where you come into the mall with security. Just keep going along this path, and now you are in the Sheridan's area. That's the lobby downstairs. And this is a restaurant that is on the menu, the hotel room service menu. It's okay. The food here is really good. It's just that it is redundant, so there's no variety. We are on the 3rd floor, but you can get to the mall from the 2nd or 3rd floor. You can get to the mall. We live on floor 28, and here we are, floor 28. And that is how we get to our hotel room from the mall or the movies. Wayne is removing his bag because he already knows what's to come. You'll see in a few. Mom Time is a store that we definitely go to for Grace. It has a few things that we need. But Wayne was taking off his bag because whenever you go to a grocery store, you have to put your bag into another bag with a sensor on it, or you have to put it in a locker and get a ticket to get your bag back. So outside of security, you also have to do this just to get into the grocery store. It's pretty interesting. She was asking me about my hair, and she wanted to touch my hair. And that's a normal thing. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen that when you've seen other people post videos about being in China. Um, that happens often. Here, I think most of the people are used to us know we're here because our pictures travel on WeChat a lot. So it's no big shock anymore. When we first got here, it was crazy, but it's not as intense anymore. This grocery store was redone, by the way. This grocery store looked like somewhere you wouldn't want to go. I'll just say that. And it didn't have much of what you would want. It took them a couple of months to redo it, and so this is my first time seeing it again because Wayne always goes to the grocery store, and I stay back with Grace because, yeah, because she's wild. Oh yeah, and WeChat is a Chinese social media app. You can share pictures and messages. It's heavily monitored. You can't really say any criticism about where we live right now. I won't even say. But anyway, yeah. So I don't know if you can see the turtles on the left, but this feels like an aquarium to me or like a pet store. I don't really see this at the grocery stores back home, but I thought it was pretty interesting. But there are a lot of interesting things that are not going to be in this video because it's not at this grocery store. Like pig heads and shark heads and whatnot. Oh, there are also monkey brains. They get a live monkey, put it in the middle of the table, and hit it on a hammer and eat the brains. Yeah, that's a thing. By the way, there's also a thing where some people put a monkey in the middle of the table and they bash his head and eat the monkey brains. I'm not okay with that, but that is something that is done here. So I didn't record how we got to the grocery store from the Sheridan. It's literally as soon as you go outside, you go down the escalator and you're going through this part right here as soon as you get off the escalator. Now we just came from the other direction from that one grocery store, so we're going in the opposite direction to go to the other grocery store. It's a quote-unquote international grocery store, and it has some things that we would like from back home, but some weeks something could be there and the next week it could be gone, so you got to get it while it's there. Went to the grocery store that's directly under the Sheridan on that side of the street, but now we are across the street because we walked in the opposite direction and got up the escalator in the opposite direction. That's the Sheridan I was just pointing at. And so this is the downward slope escalator into the next grocery store. Once again, we go through security, but I cannot record that because that is not allowed. You cannot record things like this. One time we went to a restaurant and I saw a sheep on a leash outside. When we walked out of the restaurant, there was blood all in that area. And it is not uncommon to see them just hanging around on the street outside of restaurants. So if you're vegan, which I used to be, and I would like to return, you should definitely not come to Utamuchi because you'll see lots of things that will make you very, very uncomfortable. This is the place where I saw the hog heads, but I guess they're not out today. I'm just doing this just in case anybody was interested in how it looks around here. International grocery store that's across the street from the Sheridan Hotel, and that is pretty much that. You can pay with WeChat or Alipay pretty much everywhere. So it's pretty cool because you can literally leave your wallet and just take your phone everywhere you go. Grace always finds a way to get a gift from the underpass. So that's that, guys. This is the mall area, and we're gonna go on the escalator to get to our room again, and that is that. I hope you guys enjoyed it or found it interesting.